Friday, and she said, I'm in a little bit of a lurch, you know, is there any chance you might want to help out? And I love saying yes, so I said yes, but it was because of the energy in your voice, and she said, it's my second one, I don't know how it's going to go, but she was so passionate, had so much energy, and so I really commend you. It's not easy to get bums in seats, and you're doing it, you're making it happen, and that's what I'm all about, so thank you. So I thought, you know, I could do the story that I've done before, or I could say yes and try something new and different and be bold. So that's what I'm going to do. I dare you. Little did I know that those 3 seemingly innocent words would forever change the trajectory of my life. Okay, that makes it sound a little bit over dramatic. That's not totally the case. But after hearing those 3 words uttered to me at numerous points in my life, it did get me to do some things I never thought I would ever do. You see, growing up, I was the girl who never said no to dares. At first, it was, you know, little innocent things, kissing Patrick Bradley in the closet, or stealing beer from my parents' alcohol cupboard, or that one time where I skipped the school charitable walkathon. Still not very proud of that, still feeling very guilty. However, this one time, I dare you meant something just a little bit different. Now, I've done some crazy things in my time. I've shaved my head, raised $10,000 for breast cancer, I've lived in ashrams in India, met a man, moved into his van, went apple picking for a year in Australia and New Zealand. I've gotten dreadlocks and learned how to ride camels in the desert. I even, well, you get the point. Now, some of these crazy things that I've done, I did out of choice. I just chose to do them. So you can only imagine what I might be willing to do when it's things I wouldn't necessarily want to do, but was dared to do. And that's what happened this one time. Not at band camp, but in Greece. So I was in high school, and I was traveling, backpacking, visiting the beautiful Greek islands. And I was young and wild and free. And this one island we stumbled upon was called Naxos. And I realized that it was a little bit more of a party than even I could handle. Imagine tent after tent after tent after tent, all these young bodies drinking and dancing and, you know, doing whatever they were going to do well into the middle of the night, and I was pretty excited to be a part of this. And then all of a sudden we turned the corner and we saw this huge pool party. There were hundreds of people, literally, swarming around this pool, again, drinking, dancing, having a gay old time. And then I noticed that there was something going on in this pool. And the closer I looked, I realized there was a big crane in this pool. And at the top of the crane, there was a little tower. And I was like, what is that? And I realized it was a bungee jump. So we were, you know, having some fun, and one of the girlfriends that I was with, who was also a little bit crazy, comes up to me and she said, Carol, will you come with me to ask the guy if he'll give me a discount if I go topless? And I was like, okay, I'll do that. She was kind of one of those girls, I was not. So we go up to the guy, and she says, you know, would you give me a discount if I go topless? And he said, listen, I would love for both of you ladies to go topless, but if I were to give a discount to every woman who's ever asked me if they can get a discount, I would be out of business. But if you go fully naked, well, that's another story. I started laughing. She got dead serious in the face and said, I wouldn't, but you would. I dare you. So, all of a sudden, my heart starts pounding just a little bit more than it was, because I've never said no to a dare. And I'm in Greece, and when am I ever going to be in Greece again? And so all of a sudden I realized that I was about to go bungee jumping in my birthday suit. Now, as luck would have it, they had an open slot in, 20 minutes from that point, which meant I didn't even have enough time to have a drink or two to get up some Dutch courage. I don't know how it happened, but word spread pretty quickly. And all of a sudden, everybody in the crowd seemed to know that something was about to go down on this bungee jump. So when we got to the place and I had my ankles strapped into the harness, and I said, listen, can I at least bring a towel up or something? They were like, okay. So I had the harness going through here, I had a little bit of a towel on. All of a sudden, I'm going up this crane, and my heart is starting pounding, and the butterflies are definitely getting bigger. And I get to the top, and the gentleman at the top of the crane is like, all right, we're ready, go for it. What do you mean, go for it? He's like, well, we're here, jump, go. I'm like, jump. At this point, I don't know what I'm more scared of. The fact that I'm about to be bungee jumping, or the fact that I'm going to be naked in front of all of these people. So I thought, okay, I could do this as quickly as possible, pretend like it never happened, go back to my friends, and, just continue on. Or I could milk this moment for all it's worth, because when am I ever going to be in Greece, about to be bungee jumping in my birthday suit in front of hundreds of strangers? So I was like, I'm not just gonna jump. I need a little bit of a countdown. So at this point, people are cheering and screaming and going crazy, and the gentleman's like, okay, 3, 2, 1. I whip off my towel, I do a little shimmy, I jump down, and at first I realize, oh my gosh, I'm bungee jumping. And then I realize, oh my gosh, I'm bungee jumping, they can get me down. And of course, they take their time letting me bounce up and down, finally find the pole to bring me in. Luckily, there was a towel waiting for me. So I got out, I was like, okay, didn't happen, nobody's gonna notice, I'm just gonna go back to my friends as if it never happened, but at least I'll have an amazing story when I'm a grandmother one day, right? So, turns out that I had to go around the pool, because where they took you out, totally different way, I have to go through the entire crowd before getting to my friends. There was no inconspicuous about this whatsoever. I had people waiting to high-five me, shots, and this and that, and cheers, and oh my gosh, I finally made it back to my friends after being swarmed just a little bit, only to find out that what I thought was just a big group of strangers, there was actually a few other people from our high school that were there that happened to recognize me. It's like, oh, great, perfect, yep, that was me, who needs a drink? I do. So, we have a little bit of fun there, and that night I'm like, I just need to get away. So we went to the next town, about half an hour outside, had a little bit of a celebration drink, my heart slowly stopped pounding, and then as we were walking down the streets, finally starting to relax, somebody was like, that's you. It was you today. It was you today who went bungee jumping. I can't believe you did that. I thought I would never live it down. All I have to say is that I am forever grateful that there was no such thing as social media back in the day when I did it. So here's the thing. Would I have ever thought that I would live to tell the tale that I would be bungee jumping in my birthday suit in Greece? No, certainly not. But see, sometimes life presents you with opportunities, and you have a choice. You can say, no, not ready, not me, not now, not ever. Or you could say, yes, and get a little uncomfortable, and face your fear, and realize that you're maybe capable of things you never thought possible. Now, that didn't actually change the trajectory of my life. But the one thing that did really change the trajectory of my life was when I lost my #1 fan, my best friend, and my mom. And she's the one that sort of got me the impetus to do all of these crazy things, because really, life is short, as cliche as it sounds. We only get one shot at it. When I was young, my parents made a bad judgment call on something, and apparently I said, you know what, don't worry about it. You don't get a dress rehearsal for being a parent. Wise, beyond my years, at a young age. But it's true. You don't get a dress rehearsal for being a parent, and you don't get a dress rehearsal for living your life. We're already living it. It's already started. And so I encourage you to think as what Deepak said, life can be about snakes and ladders. Or as Richard said, life can be all about choosing to never be angry. As Claudia was saying, you can choose to leave behind your shame and create new footprints. Or as Rakesh was saying, you can choose to find your purpose and make it about helping others. And you can choose to say no, not me, not ready, not yet. Or you can choose to say yes. Yes to getting uncomfortable. Yes to shimmying your way through fear. And yes to taking the plunge. Because you just don't know what you might be capable of. So I challenge you to say yes. No, I don't just challenge you. I